Gropes.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, that was fun. What a prick. I was really holding
What
back,
happened?
like chewing him out. Oh, did you guys not see what happened?
What happened?
Oh my gosh.
No, I didn't watch it.
This guy, okay, so we couldn't do it on 16 man because it's ridiculously hard on 16 man, and nobody's like anywhere near geared enough to do 16. So she was,
Okay.
so she's like, all right, we'll split it up into 2 groups or whatever, you know. And she asked me, she's like,
I
will
saw it.
you lead the other group? And I'm like, sure, right? Because I'm like, oh fuck, there's no way I'm gonna be able to main tank this. At least, I mean, on the 16, I hadn't seen how hard it was on 8, but I knew it was gonna be difficult. So I was like, shit. All right, fine, I'll do it, right? So then she's telling everybody, and she's like splitting up the teams or whatever, right? And this one guy just gets totally pissed that he's gonna have to heal me. He's like, no, I'm not doing it. There's no way I'm healing Gropes. He look at his gear. Oh my god.
Yeah, him.
I was like, dude, are you serious? Like it's freaking elitist, man. Let me tell you. But
Who was it that said that?
It was Magnuson.
he just didn't
I
want to
was
get pulled out of. He didn't want to get pulled out of the main group, is what it was. Wow. Yeah.
You know, it's funny too, because I've healed
You know what you guys should be doing though is running
Silva,
the 8s.
and he wasn't even a tank, and I've healed him through anything.
Yeah, let's
What
go.
you guys should be doing though.
Gropes just made it to 50. You know, he's brand new.
Yeah, I know.
I did good on the tournament and
he's
stuff.
saying he's saying that we should be running. You know, I'm saying he just made it. The plan is to get Gropes there, but he just now made it to 50. So now the plan is to get him better gear. But
No, you know
I
what
mean,
you got-
it was.
I wasn't doing that bad.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
honestly.
I was just saying, instead of running the 16-man first, you guys should run 2 8s side by side until they both complete.
Well, that
and
was
then
the
meet
plan.
up as a 6.
That was the plan, but our healers, pushed out because they didn't want to heal me. And it's not,
Yeah,
How
one of the
many
healers.
do you
That's
have?
crazy.
I
No,
can heal.
what was wrong was just that the way he was saying it about Gropes was just, I mean, just demeaning.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
In front of everyone on her stream, everything. You know.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
Now come on now, girl.
Okay.
It was bad. It was rude. It was
Now,
extremely
I
rude.
can understand,
I mean,
like, somebody
I'm
not
sorry.
wanting me to main tank on the 16, man. I mean, I wouldn't want to do that. There's no way I could fucking do it anyway. But I mean, come on, like at least give it a try. You know, don't just like wimp out on it and just basically insult me in front of everybody. Like I really wanted to rip into that guy. It was not right at all.
I was impressed that
You
Groves
gotta
didn't
get
say
better-
anything back.
Yeah, I am pretty surprised.
So was I.
I was like, I knew Pocket had my back.
Pocket's in
All I
there.
had to do was sit there and wait. I knew it. Yeah, it was like G quit right there. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, that's the
Well-
way. You continue to play,
wouldn't even let
play
it-
victim.
He wouldn't even let it go though, because like they're ignoring it, and then all of a sudden he just kept going.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just kept going
So-
about it. I mean, it
Oh,
was rude.
she kicked the guy from the guild?
No.
No.
No, she gave him a verbal lashing. She said that's just plain
Oh.
rude. Yeah, there's no call for that to burn anybody down because of their gear. You shouldn't be talking like that. That needs to stop. Just burn them down.
Well, almost everyone just hit 50 now anyway, so I don't see why everyone would be extremely...
Really? And,
Yeah.
Well, the fact of the matter is that there's probably not a single person in this entire raid party or this guild that's got a full set of solid PvE gear. Everyone's running in PvP, even Magnuson.
I heard the PvP gear is good enough though. I was reading up on it. I can send you.
It's good enough. No, it is. It's good enough. But I mean, you can't burn anyone, for not having adequate gear because this is a
But
PvE raid.
I don't even think people actually fully understand what's the big difference between, like if he's running a full set of PvP gear, he's got expertise on every item, so then he's losing his secondary stat. And I don't think there's anyone that's ever figured out how much that would affect you compared to equivalent PvE gear.
But
Because
you have to
obviously PvE gear is going to be better, so you don't need as good PvE gear to be equal to what he's at.
Well, yeah. There's one of the things that is lost with PvP gear versus PvE for melee is accuracy. You don't have as much accuracy as you need because one of the things we know is important is your what they call it in World of Warcraft, hit chance.
cap.
Yeah.
your hit
That's
cap.
that's extremely
Yeah, but-
important. And there's not a lot of it on
Especially as a
PvP
tank.
gear.
Well, no,
So-
typically hit wasn't that important for tanking
On a tank?
because no, it's not important at all. Like a pally tank would never put hit on his gear. Like you
Well,
would.
Well,
No,
a
the
lot-
reason why is as long as you're maintaining threat, as long as you're hitting enough that you're maintaining threat, it doesn't matter how much you're hitting actually. It's defensive
Well, yeah,
stats that keep you alive.
Well, it depends on the tank because I played a warrior tank, and it's important because like devastation, is one of your strongest aggro builders, and
yeah,
devastation.
the warrior's
has got,
the
it's
only
got to
tank
land.
that actually has to hit because
Yeah, you have to
your
hit.
your threat is
Oh,
your threat abilities are based on how many hits you're taking. No, you want to get hit, don't you? Because doesn't
Yeah,
that
you-
give
you-
you?
You want to get hit, but no. What it does is by getting hit, it builds up charges for your threat. But you
Yeah,
have to use
right.
you have to attack and hit. The moment your devastation hits the mob, it generates a high amount of threat. You've got to actually hit with it.
Right.
But Pally's are spell based, and and same with a lot of the Death Knights. But
I played
I
a
mean,
druid tank, and I never put hit on him, and he's melee, and it's
well,
like
Druid
threat
tank
wasn't
gear.
important.
Yeah, Druid tank gear really didn't come with hit. What's important here is that like we all know, everyone just made level 50. I made it, I don't know, 4 days ago. Gropes just made it. I don't know how. when Mag made
Yesterday.
it.
I made it yesterday, and I have fucking level 50 epics. Like, I don't know.
You're good. You're fine. You're good enough to tank a one of the early hard modes, and you're good enough to be an off tank. But I mean, you're fine in Eternity Vault 8, man. It's not a beast. I'm telling you, it's not a beast. The raid wiped when I did it. 8 man. The raid wiped, and I was the last person up, and I'm tanking the second boss. I'm taking hits, losing 25% per swing. And he wasn't swinging very often. You don't have to be a beast to tank Eternity Vault or normal mode 8 man. You don't
Gropes
have
was
to.
getting hit hard though.
Right.
And that one, I was looking.
Because it was
It
16.
hit hard.
It was 16.
Yeah, the boss is amped up. But I mean, there was no room for it to burn him down. And look what happened now.
Oh no.
The raids are wiped. Look at it. Pocket doesn't want to continue after that. You know, he just
Oh,
he
really?
burnt it from everyone. I mean, look, there's nothing going on.
Well, they're
There's
just gonna
no
do
talk.
the 8-man, I think.
Yeah, but when? I mean, they're sitting in her chat channel and she's not saying much. You know, it's hard to say if she really wanted to continue after that.
Next time if that happens, tell them I'll heal. I'll heal anytime.
Yeah, well, they thought
we
that you were
told-
locked
you were
out.
not-
I said Nero is. They said Pocket said we don't have any trooper healers. I said Nero's a trooper healer. Someone said Nero's like away from keyboard, AFK, not responding. That's what someone said, and that was the end of it.
Yeah,
That's
you weren't
bullshit.
there.
They should have just. I never read vent chat. Just come into channel and say something to me.
You mean guild chat? Yeah.
Uh,
Here,
guild
Nero.
chat, yeah.
I'll make you feel better. Let's do a hard mode. You can heal Nero.
Yeah, I'm 100% dedicated. Gropes,
If you want to
handled
do a
that
hard
like a
mode, let's
champion.
do it.
Yeah, I'm 100%
I would
dedicated
go.
with you on that one.
I would rate of Gropes.
Yeah.
I was actually going to volunteer to lead it, and that's the truth. You know, I just but like right before.
It's really got to be a
volunteered,
tank,
when Mag
you know? Like, I mean, I don't know.
Granted.
I don't know.
I would be part of like a second raid group. I don't care.
We
don't
can
care
do
to
it,
be
but the
part-
problem is once we start doing stuff, you know, all the good people are going to get taken away anyway. You know what I mean?
It's it's an 8-man. There's 350 people in the.
No, but look at it. We know that Pocket would have taken Faya. She would have had Noe in her group.
Yeah.
She would have had
Hooligan.
Tack. You know.
Yeah.
Hooligan. So and then we would have had the leftovers, but it's still fine because I went with the Pug group, and they weren't all beast. You know, we would have been fine. It just takes more skill when you're on skill.
Yep.
I mean, on skill.
We get the opportunity of actually diversifying this group instead of just counselors.
I would rather first do some hard mode flashpoints before we do the hard mode or the 8-man Eternity Vault. At least then I can get some
I
extra
think-
gear, and you know we can have time to find more healers.
Did you finish Essilus,
No,
Critias?
No, we didn't.
How would you compare Essilus to normal mode raid?
Essilus was actually difficult. It was difficult. I had easier luck in the hardest one, the Emperor one, the False Emperor.
Oh, you did that.
Yeah, on hard mode and completed it. Yeah, I was doing it again a second time today, but I was locked out. It looks like Pocket
Wow.
is going ahead. She's got her own raid going.
I'll be at 50 tomorrow though, so I'm at 46 right now.
So-
Just taking a little bit of.
So
If you guys want to do something, just tell me and
hold on here. So
Alright, now-
wait
no.
a second. Wait a second. So she did her own raid party and
I don't think Mag's
it
in
looks
there.
like the,
No, he's,
No, no, no,
he's
no.
in the fleet.
no, I don't see it. Where's he? Is he in chat here?
I've never
I don't
seen
see
a
that.
raid party dismantle so fast.
We have enough people, dude. 8-man, don't we?
We do. I'm a little concerned though. She said that we weren't allowed to go with any other guilds, but she hasn't told us what the rest of us are doing.
She said that we
we're
can
not
make our
allowed
own group,
to go with.
but I don't think we should. Well, she said that it was only like we should tell her first. You know what I mean? Before we go into a different guild. Here's what I'd rather do. I would rather.
What she's trying to do is prevent people from getting raid locks, so they can't go with the guild.
Right.
So, but that doesn't mean that we